Today we're going to be talking about the latest developments in the Madeleine McCann's case. Quickly, before we jump into the latest developments and what's happening in the case, I guess we can introduce the case a little bit. It's a very famous case, so I would say most of the people listening to this podcast probably already have heard about it. But we have Madeleine McCann, who was a 3-year-old British girl. She went missing while on a family vacation in Portugal. Madeleine was last seen on the evening of May 3rd, 2007, in Praia da Luz, which is a resort town in the Algarve, I think, region in Portugal. It's in southern Portugal region, and the city itself was a popular tourist destination for British tourists. Her parents, Kate and Jerry McCann, had left her and her younger twin siblings sleeping in their holiday apartment while they dined at a nearby restaurant with friends. When her parents returned to the apartment around 10 p.m., they discovered that Madeleine was missing from her bed. The window in the bedroom was found open, and the shutters were partially raised, suggesting a possible point of entry. An international search operation was launched involving Portuguese authorities, the British police, and Interpol. The case received extensive media coverage, and Madeleine's photograph was widely circulated to aid her identification. Several potential sightings of Madeleine were reported from various countries, but none of them led to Madeleine's discovery. Over the years, the investigation has undergone multiple twists and turns, with suspects and persons of interest being identified and later cleared. Now, the case attracted... Oh, sorry, reading my line again. Now, recently, Christian Brueckner, a German native and sex offender, became the sole named suspect in the disappearance of Madeleine McCann. Christian Brueckner was born in 1976 in Germany. He moved to Portugal in his late teens and worked in the food industry, I think in restaurants. He resided in Portugal between 1995 and 2007. 2007 was when Madeleine was abducted. And he also spent time living in his campervan near the Algarve resort of Praia da Luz, so close to where it happened. Brueckner is described as about 6 feet tall, slim, and having short, blonde hair. In April of last year, 2022, Christian Brueckner was officially named a suspect in the Madeleine McCann case after his yellow and white VW T3 Westfalia campervan was reportedly spotted near the resort. German prosecutors revealed phone logs showing Brueckner receiving a phone call on May 3rd, 2007 near the Ocean Club in Praia da Luz. Ocean Club is this kind of a building complex where the McCanns were staying. Apparently this guy's phone number pinged in that area around the same time when Madeleine disappeared. That's a pretty kind of... What am I trying to say? It's a pretty good connection.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
German prosecutors revealed... Okay, I'm reading my lines again. Brueckner denies being in the area at the time and distances himself from these allegations. In April of 2022, Portuguese police named Brueckner as an official suspect in Madeleine's disappearance, the first official suspect identified since 2007. In 2017, so a couple years ago, a handful of years ago, let's say like 6 years ago, Brueckner allegedly told a drinking buddy in a bar in Portugal that he knows what happened to Madeleine. So yeah, you heard it correctly. He what I'm trying to say is that he left Portugal in 2007, very close timeline as to when Madeleine disappeared.
Yeah.
But then after a few years, he actually returned to live in Portugal, from what it seems like, and he was drinking at the pub in Portugal, and on the 10-year anniversary, 2017, he tells a friend as he was drinking that he knows what happened to Madeleine. And actually, this friend, I believe, is the informant that is telling police this information. In May of 2023, recently, like a couple of weeks ago, like a month ago, police launched a major search of the Portuguese reservoir connected to Christian Brueckner. Christian is believed to have visited this reservoir. It's like 50 kilometers away from where Madeleine was abducted from.
That's pretty far away. No?
So it's far away, but at the same time, it's not that far away.
Oh, it's a drive.
Well, yeah, that's true. Items seized during the search are being evaluated, and their connection to the Madeleine McCann case is yet to be determined. Brueckner is currently serving a prison sentence in Germany for the rape of a 72-year-old American woman in Praia da Luz in 2005, in the same city where Madeleine went missing from. He actually put on a mask and did a home invasion 2 years prior. And he found a 72-year-old kind of retired woman.
Yeah.
And
was it a local woman or an
No. I think it was an American woman. And she got raped by this guy. Initially, he was trying to, I think, do a home invasion and steal some stuff, because that was how he was making money, apparently. But he ended up raping this woman instead. And this woman apparently didn't tell the cops or anyone, because she was, I think, ashamed or something like that. But this kind of came out like years later.
It's terrible.
Yeah, exactly. He has been linked to several other sex crimes, including exposing himself to a 10-year-old German girl on Selma Beach in April 2007, near the location where Madeleine disappeared a month later.
That's disgusting.
Christian Brueckner has 17 convictions against him for various crimes in Germany, including child sex abuse and burglary. Let's jump into more information about Christian Brueckner.
Yeah.
Once again, as I mentioned earlier, this man was born in 1976, and he's a German national and is currently the prime suspect in the murder of Madeleine McCann. We assume it's a murder by this time. We don't think she's alive anymore. Okay, now I feel like it's we talked about, we gave some dry information. It was pretty dry because I mean, it's a dry case at this point. There's not much I could say.
Yeah.
I was just trying to kind of read the details, and I mean, everyone can go and read this information online. It was pretty, we didn't do anything like groundbreaking here.
Yeah.
But I want to say, last thing I want to do on this podcast before we sign out, I kind of wanted to gauge the sentiment on Reddit. Like, because Reddit is a pretty good place to kind of gauge what the people online are speculating on.
Yeah, their opinions.
And actually, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I went to Reddit, I filtered out, the most recent posts and everything like that, and the general sentiment is that Madeleine's parents are responsible. Not all, not I would say maybe it's like 60-40, but my personal opinion from what I've read, I think 60% of people online, at least on Reddit, still assume, the people that comment, still kind of blame the McCanns. Well, I mean, you can blame the McCanns because, they pretty much
neglected.
Neglected, or I would say like they put their children in a very vulnerable spot. Like they made their children an easy target. Well, I mean, they have to deal with it for the rest of their life. So I think they're going through the pain and everything like that. But now there's a lot of comments actually, and propose details that I kind of want to really quickly share here.
Wait, what?
Yeah, this is one of the kind of biggest thing for me was like when Kate McCann realized that Madeleine is missing. She ran back to the tapas restaurant.
What happened to the twins?
Just left there.
Okay, that's pretty weird.
Yeah. And then also we have lack of interest in the Smith sighting, despite credibility.
Oh yeah, what's the Smith sighting you were talking about?
So the Smith sighting, apparently, the McCanns hired a public investigator.
Private
Investigator,
okay.
yeah. And this guy went and found out the Smith family. And the Smith family, apparently, they saw a man, I think at 10 p.m. that evening, carrying a child that matched Madeleine's description.
Okay.
Half a kilometer away from where she was abducted. And their sighting, they produced EFITs. EFITs are basically composite sketches of the man. And the composite sketches look identical to Gary McCann himself.
Oh yeah. I mean, the sketches look nothing like Christian Brueckner.
No, it looks
exactly like
the
the dad.
Smith themselves said it's like 60 to 80%. They're 60 to 80% certain it was Gary McCann.
Oh, jeez.
Carrying his daughter. And now Gary McCann and now the McCanns received these EFITs, I think in 2008, but they didn't post it on their website where they search for Madeleine McCann. But they posted all kinds of other sketches. Like there was this one Eggman sketch, which was like just a figure of a head with hair without any like physical features.
Yeah.
They posted that kind of stuff, but they never decided to post the Smith sketch.
Yeah.
Because the sketch looks identical to Gary McCann. So
that's true.
I mean, what do you think? Do you think they purposely did not post?
Well, I'm pretty sure if they did something terrible to Madeleine, they wouldn't hire a private investigator in the first place because they would get busted. But they did, and they got these kinds of sketches. Pretty sure they just didn't release it because they would, I don't know, a lot of people would point out it looks exactly like the dad, and they would get a lot of hate for it again. Another wave of hate.
Yeah. I just want to say that for me, right now, as I understand, the two things that stand out is that, okay, Christian Brueckner seems like, from the documentaries that we've seen, looks to me like he's connected, potentially, like everything is like looking like he's connected. But then again, at the same time, the McCanns, did they do some is there like some questionable things about the McCann potential involvement? Yeah, I would say these Smith sighting EFITs that look exactly like, Gary McCann. I guess even the timeline, fits a little bit that he was potentially carrying out the daughter. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then another thing would be that Kate McCann just left the twins in the apartment.
Yeah, that's pretty weird, actually.
I don't know. Like, we have to look into what was her reasoning about that.
Panic?
Yeah, potentially could be panic. Be panic. So, because at that time, maybe she was thinking that Madeleine walked out.
Yeah.
Maybe she wasn't necessarily sensing
an abduction. Maddie just started walking around as a little kid.
But I think anyways, So I would say, guys, this was just a quick little flashback to the Madeleine McCann's disappearance case. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. What you think happened to Madeleine McCann, and please stay tuned because we have some other cases we really want to talk about. And we'll catch you.
See ya.
on the next one. Take care.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.